friends. Well, I played another Far Cry game, and surprise, surprise, I loved it. Yeah, I don't really have much of an intro, let's get into it. Yeah, the intro to my Far Cry 5 video definitely applies to this game. While New Dawn is definitely a weaker game than Far Cry 5, I still think that this game is genuinely great. It's basically an Uncharted New Legacy type of sequel, or Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5. And just like those two, this is a really, really good standalone game. You don't even have to play 5, though I would highly recommend it. The gameplay here is more the same from 5, except you can only have one partner for some reason. If you watch my Far Cry 5 video, you can probably already tell what my favorite partner in New Dawn is. Spoilers for later in the game, but it feels so weird just to see you team up with Joseph Seed, especially after all the stuff that he put the protagonist through. But that's not a bad thing, I could see why he wants to beat the Highwaymen. The missions here are mostly great, though my least favorite by far is Now That's Entertainment. This may be a personal thing, but I really hate killing dogs in video games. And the fact that they're trained for fighting makes me really sad because somebody close to me actually has a dog that used to be a fighting dog. And the poor thing is still living through that trauma. I don't think Ubisoft is really at fault here for this because this is more of a personal thing. I know I mentioned this in my Far Cry 3 video, but it's true. I just don't like hurting dogs in video games. It makes me sad. Okay, I do have one other minor complaint about the game. The voice acting for the most part is amazing, though I feel like Carmina and Kim could have used a few more takes. I doubt that the voice actresses are at fault because I feel like it might have been bad direction by Ubisoft. They did pretty good with most of their lines, but there were a few here and there that could have used a retake. And that's really about it. I love Far Cry New Dawn, I enjoyed it a ton. Despite its faults, I do think it's a pretty good Uncharted Lost Legacy type game, and it's actually a really good sequel to Far Cry 5 overall. You could play it as a standalone title if you really wanted to, but I would highly recommend Far Cry 5 first. 1, everything with Joseph Seed and the Bliss would make a lot more sense, and 2, it's my personal favorite Far Cry game, so maybe it might be yours too, who knows. And thank you Kingslayer for gifting me this game on Xbox. I'll see y'all later, I hope you liked this video.